everybody. Welcome to Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with Steph Zamorano. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Jimmy.
So there was an article. So NBC News, they did this thing where they have like 60 Democrats who are opposing Pelosi, and they did a big story about it. And you see all the pictures, but only 9 of those people are actually incumbents, right? So the rest of them are people running. Anyway, but that's still something. And so they asked Nancy Pelosi about it. She went on the MSNBC.
They interviewed, and you see it there. Democrats opposing Pelosi, and these are the 50.
So here's this question for her. Ready?
I mean, why not? If the Democrats take back the House, give up the gavel.
Well, first of all, let me just say this, and I know NBC has been on a jag of this. This is one of their priorities to undermine my prospects as Speaker, but.
So, I don't know if you caught what she just said. I know NBC News is on a jag to undermine my credibility. So she's attacking the news media for having an agenda and not being honest. She's doing exactly what she says Trump does. And how ironic, she's saying it about MSDNC, the news organization that Ed Schultz said was joined to the hip with the Clinton campaign. They've been pushing Democratic talking points ever since forever. And she said now, so I just want to, that's her jumping off. That's the jumping. That we're not even getting into why I want to talk about this, but that's pretty amazing. The first thing she does is try to discredit the press. But when Trump does it, everybody, we all have to worry. You know, Barack Obama actually prosecuted whistleblowing journalists using the Espionage Act. Yeah, but he was nice. You know they're trying to kill Julian Assange right now. Yeah, but we don't like him. So, did you catch that the first time I played this for you? That she attacked the press. I missed that the first time I played it for you. I just caught it now. So here we go. So she attacked first of all, she tries to undermine the credibility of the press. And ironic, she says it's NBC News doing it.
And she's on the news right now.
On that channel.
That aside, I have not asked one person for a vote. I haven't asked a candidate or an incumbent for a vote. What's important, and I know better than anybody how important it is for us to win this election, because I see up close and personal what the Republicans and this president are doing. I do not think our opponents should select the leaders of our party. The Republicans are spending millions, tens of millions of dollars against me because they're afraid of me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not true. They're spending whatever they're spending against her, which I'm sure it's a lot of money. We've told you this before. They're spending that money highlighting Nancy Pelosi because Nancy Pelosi is repulsive to most of the voters in the country. So when you're running as a Democrat, let's say in Missouri or Ohio or Illinois or wherever, if you're running as a Democrat in the middle of the country, the Republican doesn't run against you. If you're running for Congress or Senate, the Republican doesn't run against you. They run against Nancy Pelosi. Why? Because she's been around for 20 years. And she's got a lot of baggage. And she's easy to dislike. She's not even liked by most of the people on the left. So she's pretty repellent to voters. So that's easy. That's just like, you know, if you're a Democrat and you're running against a Republican, you would try to tie him to Trump. So that's what they do to Nancy Pelosi, and it works. So we've done stories about that, how they run. When they run for Congress in the middle of the country, don't run against their opponent, they run against Nancy Pelosi. And it works. And she knows it works. That's the thing. She knows it works. And she doesn't care. And I know this is going to be hard for you to believe, but it's because she doesn't care about losing. As a party, she cares about her own seat, which is super safe. But she doesn't care about losing as a party because the Democrats are completely wiped out and she's not changing a goddamn thing. Nothing. I showed you that video. You've seen it a million times. I'll play it later. Where they go, hey, you guys are wiped out. You lost over 1,000 seats in state houses nationwide. You're wiped out in the House. You're wiped out in the Senate. And now Donald Trump is the president. You guys lost to Donald Trump. You guys got to change, huh? She's, no, we're not changing. Okay, so what I'm saying is, Nancy Pelosi, like most people who are famous for this long and want power, she's a narcissistic. She's a narcissist. And that's why she wants to stay at the head of the party. She's worth over $100 million, which she made while she was in office. And remember what Truman said about people who get rich while they're in politics? The only people who do are criminals. That's what he said. So here she is. She's not going to let go. She knows it hurts her party, and she's not going to let go. Just like Debbie Wasserman-Schultz. She knows she's bad on TV. They know, the Democrats know that she's bad on TV. And what do you mean by bad on TV? Well, when Debbie Wasserman-Schultz goes on TV to argue for an issue, it actually hurts the issue because people dislike her so much. Yet she still keeps going on TV. Why? Because she's a narcissistic maniac. Just like Nancy Pelosi. They know it hurts their party, it hurts their cause, it hurts everything, yet they can't stay off of TV, and she can't stop being the leader. Okay, here we go.
Because I outraised them in the political arena.
So did you see the first reason she gave why the Republicans, I know people are going crazy, why are you stopping and starting it? Because it's awesome. We got to break it down. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a running start. The first thing she says why the Republicans fear her, the only thing she can think of, not like because I'm going to get single payer, not because I'm going to end those wars, not because I'm going to get us a living wage, not because I'm going to break up the banks, not because I'm going to end fracking. No, that's not why they fear her. They fear her because she raises money. And how do you raise money in politics? Oh, big money like she's talking about. You raise money in politics by sucking up to millionaires and billionaires and giant corporations and Wall Street, the military-industrial complex, and big oil, and health insurance companies, and big pharma. That's how you make, that's why she's a leader. Now remember how we explained to you, how do you become a leader? Why do people vote? Why do the Democrats keep voting for her then if they know she's bad for them? Because she gives them money. So Nancy Pelosi's a big fundraiser. She takes all the PAC money and all the billionaire money. She takes that money, and then she gives it to people in Congress to go run their own races, and now they owe her a favor. And they want her to give them more money for the next election, so they vote for her as leader. That's how it's all about money. That's how this works. That's why Chuck Schumer is the leader in the Senate, because he gets all the money from Wall Street, and then he gives it to his Senate friends for their elections, and then they vote for him because they want to keep that money coming. So it's very interesting that the first reason she gives why the Republicans fear her is because she raises money. And when you raise money that much, it's, by definition, you're compromised. Because she's not raising it from small donors like Bernie Sanders. These are $27 a clip donations. These are super PAC donations and big money, $300,000 for a plate of dinner and a clutch. That's what this is. So the fact that she's able to raise that money, she's raising them from the same donors that the Republicans have. The same donors the Republicans have.
Republicans are spending millions, tens of millions of dollars against me because they're afraid of me, because I outraise them and
because I outraise them and I can't think of another reason. It's not because I'm actually going to do something for the people. Because when we were passing Obamacare, the people wanted a public option. We didn't give it to them.
Political arena because I outsmart them at the.
So the two She outraises them in the political arena, and she outsmarts them at the negotiation. You're so outsmarting them that nobody has the public option, and we don't have Medicare for all. You're so outsmarting them.
So outsmarting them, she lost over 1,000 seats in 2016. Are you kidding me?
They lost. So they lost statewide over 1,000, nationwide 1,000 seats. They lost the Congress. Ooh, they lost 70 seats in Congress. Whoa!
They are afraid.
They are afraid of her skills.
I think it was also weird that she goes in the political arena.
In the political arena. Because
where else are we talking?
Because she was trying to think of something else to say. She couldn't think of another reason. Because I outraised them in the political arena. And I outsmart them.
In the political arena? What?
Negotiating table, and because I'm a woman, it's going to be as.
It's not because you're a woman. They're not afraid of you because you're a woman. They don't want you to lose your seat, Nancy. They want you to stay as the Democratic leader. They love it that you are because you're easy to fundraise against and you're easy to beat in the middle of the country. They're not afraid of you. They love you.
At that table, and that for me is very important. If Hillary Clinton had won and sat at the head of that table, be different. But I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding that. Now I do believe that none of us is indispensable, but I think I'm the best person for the job, and I won't let the Republican ads, which are just flooding these districts. And I say to the candidates, do whatever you have to do. Just win, baby. I know 1 in 5 children in America lives in poverty. We must win this.
1 in 5 children lives in poverty. Oh, did that happen under President Romney or President John McCain? Yes, income inequality. That's a bullshit talking point. That somehow she's fighting for people in poverty. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Watch this. It gets worse.
But let me just say this. I have made some very powerful enemies.
Who? You've made some very powerful enemies? You mean like progressives? Because they're not powerful. You haven't made any enemies. They're not your enemies. They love you. You guys agree on the military budget. You guys agree on for-profit private health care. You guys agree on making the banks bigger and deregulating them. You guys agree on war. You guys agree on all the horrible stuff. What are you talking about, Nancy? What enemies? Well, she's going to tell you who the enemies are.
Challenging the fossil fuel industry and
what? Challenging the fossil fuel industry. So she's pretending she has enemies in oil companies. She can't even look up while she's saying it, by the way. Why? Because she's lying. That's why.
In terms of clean air, clean water, food safety, and the rest.
Yeah, she's been very good on environmental, clean food, clean water, air, all the right, I mean, if you're using the Newt Gingrich standard, I'm very good on the environment.
Wall Street with Dodd-Frank.
She made that. Do you hear the enemy list she's giving? I'll play it all the way.
Challenging the fossil fuel industry in terms of clean air, clean water, food safety, and the rest. Wall Street with Dodd-Frank reform, healthcare, bringing in all of the
all the people who donate to me, I had to get them to go along with the thing that increased their stock prices. I had to get them to go along with the thing that increased their stock. This is like something that should be on Saturday Night Live. And not only that, but the way she's saying it, she's a horrible public speaker. Horrible. I can't. Horrible public speaker.
Government ideologues, name any subject, whether it's the environment, whether it's women's right to choose.
Okay, I'll name a subject. How about Medicare for all? Here's another one. How about breaking up the banks? I'll name another subject. How about ending the wars? Here's another subject. How about cutting the military budget in half? Here's another subject. How about ending fracking? Hey, here's another subject. How about a living wage? Did I say that already? Can you believe this bullshit stuff that she's pretending she's the enemies of these people? She said, those people are your donors. This is just bullshit.
You know what?
And Jonathan Capehart just sits there with his overly big tie and says nothing. Go ahead.
She has nothing in response to defending herself because she can't even talk about the platform that the Democrats represent because they have zero platform. They certainly aren't going to talk about peace because they just voted to explode the military budget. They're not going to talk about jobs program because their jobs program happens to be war. That's their jobs program. And they're certainly not going to talk about Medicare for all. She has no place representing the Democrats whatsoever. The Democrats are dead.
Steph, I'm with you.
Whether it's gun safety, whether it's immigration fairness, and the rest.
And not. I don't mean not DACA. Of course, not DACA. We certainly rolled over on DACA. I mean, we didn't do anything on DACA. I mean, when it came time to actually do something on immigration, we didn't do anything. We rolled right over. I mean, but I get to say this because you're Jonathan Capehart. You're also a tool of the establishment news, so you're not going to say anything back to me at all, right? And by the way, she can't talk. I don't know what it is. Seth, what do you think it is with her mouth that she can't talk? That she slurs her. She sounds like she's drunk half the time. And I'm not saying this like to insult her. I'm saying this like as a valid observation. Like, what the F? I'm not trying to smear her or take an unfair shot at her. I'm like, what the F is with her? Why can't she speak?
I really wish if she was going to slur, she would say stuff like this. I'm going to give you Medicare for all, and I'm going to give you free tuition, and fuck my donors.
Let's see what else stupid stuff she says.
There's big money. Oh, labor rights, did I name that? There's big money that comes in against the role of government, because many of them are anti-governance.
If big money comes in, and you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. She's great at raising money and pleasing donors, and literally nothing else. And she just admitted this. That's what she's good at, raising money and pleasing donors, and absolutely nothing else.
Specifically to these issues. So there's big money out there against me. The more they make this point, though, the more money I raise.
She can't stop talking about money raising. That's all she talked about. But that's okay, because the more money I raise. Because the corporations are buying both parties. Ha 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 ha. God damn it. That's all they talk about is raising money. That's how you know if you're a good politician, if you can get money from rich people to corrupt you. If you can get a lot of money from corporations, people who want to screw over regular working people, if you can get those people to give you a lot of money, you're a successful politician according to her and everyone else in her bubble, which happens to be Washington, D.C. and the New York Press Corps.
You see their letters, their fund letters. They say we have to stop her because she's just a force. That is massive.
Because she's just she can't think of anything she's going to do. Because she's going to give us health care. Because she's going to stop fracking. Because she's going to end the wars. Because she's going to cut. No, she can't say anything. Because she's a force. A force. Because she's a force.
The resources to win this election. And that is what I will continue to do, and they only help me when they go after me. But you know what? I'm the least important part of all.
I agree with you on that. But how about Jonathan Capehart sitting there like a good boy? Huh? Isn't that nice to see him sitting there like a good boy?
Yeah, he was, what is it, a softball all the time to her. Just say yes.
He's just sitting there. Let her say all that garbage anyway.
I like his tie, though.
I do love his overly big tie. Here's why Nancy Pelosi is full of it. You want to know why? Here's... Please join Congresswoman Anna Eshoo and House Democratic Leader Nancy Pelosi for a luncheon benefiting the DCCC. Please join us. Join us as a member of Pelosi 250. How much does it cost to be in the Pelosi 250 club? $250? No, $237,300. What? Who the F are you hanging out with that has $250,000 to throw your way so they can go meet you and have a clutch? They get a clutch. They includes a VIP clutch. Do you see it? It says right there, for $250,000, we're going to give you a VIP clutch and a photo.
You can't tell me that the Democrats don't know what we want. Don't give me health care. Don't give me a Social Security when I retire. Don't give me anything, that safety net that will help me. I need a clutch.
$250,000. But what if I don't have $250,000 to throw around? Well, do you want to become Nancy Pelosi's 100? You can, if that's for $100,000. Do you have $100,000 to throw around? Does it include a clutch? Yes, it does. And a photo opportunity and preferred seating. Jesus Christ. But what if I don't have $100,000? Well, you can't read this because it's too small, but down here it says Speaker's Cabinet. You can become a member of the Speaker's Cabinet. How much does that cost? $33,000. $33,000. You know, it's regular, folks. But that does not include a clutch. Sorry. Sorry. But you get a photo op. But if you don't, what if I don't have 33G to fork over? Is there anything for me? I'm just a regular working guy with $10,000 to give to a politician. Well, yes, we make room for the regular people. Give me $10,000 per person, and you'll get a lunch. $10,000 per person. That's for the reg. We don't want to keep the people out. You know, we want the regular. I don't want to make it too expensive so normal people can't come. So $10,000. Can you imagine what this hall looks like where all these motherfuckers are? Can you imagine? Oh, I'm sorry, millionaire. Sorry, millionaire. Sorry, millionaire. Oh, millionaire. Oh, that's nice, millionaire. Hi, millionaire. What do the millionaires want? And now you know why the Democrats are wiped out. Their brain, that all they can think about is money. That's all. That's it. It's all money. And if you raise money, that's it. Money, 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 money. That's it. That's it. And this is the party Bernie Sanders wants you to join. Instead of starting a new party. Or a third party. Okay. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed. Even if you think you are, you're probably not. It only takes a second to check. And then you have to ring that bell so they send you a notification when we drop a new video. Otherwise, they won't tell you when we drop new videos. And if you like our show, please help support it. Become a patron. We give you hours of bonus material every week, and we give a live stream. We do a live stream every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time when you can ask us questions and we answer them back. Thanks for your support.
Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny. You smiled at me and really eased.